Hi Leo, welcome to your reading for October 2022. This will be for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided. Some of you are here just checking in on Leo's energy. Understand if that's your case, because, I read through my spirit guides, that you would probably still have a message here for you too. Your guides would know you're here. Whatever brought you, I want to say welcome. Many of you know I have many Leos that I love in my life. My mother, my grandson actually is right on the cusp. Lexington, July 23rd. My mom was August 5th. My son, who has crossed over, is August 12th. And Sam, who I live with, is right on the cusp. The 23rd, so he's a Virgo, but on the cusp of Leo. It really depends. But anyways, lots of Leo love. I often feel my son is part of our helps to give us our flow here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, he's my guide, but I also feel like he's able to bring forward your guide. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle for our words of wisdom. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot as your clarifiers. And for your main spread, we are going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Everything's pre-shuffled, but we'll give it a couple shuffles before we start. I do want to talk about my membership program real quick, just so everybody has clarity on that. It's a new program I started about 2 months ago. It just came to me, I'm telling you, in a divine way. But anyway, so there's 3 tiers to it. Tier 1 is just a thank you. Thank you, Sandy, for your work. $2.99. So thank you. Tier 2 is $9.99, and there are weekly videos made just for that group. I get to know you. I like to know what your life path number is. Of course, I'd find those are the questions I'd ask you if you decide to join that. And then also tarot lessons. And then Tier 3 is the one I think where people get confused. Tier 3 includes everything that I just mentioned, plus live readings. We go live once a week. We're going to go live this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So once a week, and I try to work around everybody's schedule. I'm keeping that group intimate, so there's limited spaces for that. I just want to keep it intimate. So that is my membership program. You can hit the little join button right below the video. It doesn't commit you. It just tells you what I just said. And I have had questions. A couple people asked me if I still do personal readings. I do personal readings. Though, my schedule is usually 3 weeks out. If not a little longer. This is a busy time of year, but I do them, and all that information is right below the video. Okay, enough talking, let's get into it. Okay, well, they're coming from every direction, and we're going to take them. Alright, you got 3. Patience. Something Leos don't have a lot of, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean usually very outgoing and patience. I trust in divine timing. Okay, and then we have optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Trust in divine timing. And then last but not least is integrity. This has come out a few times for October, I have to say. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Patience. I trust in divine timing. Optimism. I expect good things to happen. And they do. And integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Alright, let's bring in the light seers. Again, already pre-shuffled, but I know a lot of you like me to give it a shuffle before. And I have no problem with that. Alright, let's begin. So, October 2022, we had, I think 8 planets in retrograde. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I'm pretty sure there was 8. And I know Mercury's going direct the 2nd. I think a lot of them are. So, I feel like there's been a lot of push and pull out there. I've felt that energy. And I feel like it's only going to get better now. Alright, we open up your reading with the 4 of Cups. 4 Cups. Okay. Well, first of all, it's a 4. It speaks of a foundation. 4 Cups also speaks about using your spiritual discernment as it comes to making decisions, especially emotional decisions. I often feel when the 4 of Cups, this person has a dream. Like, I have this dream, but I don't feel they're being very proactive in it. You know what I mean? And maybe, maybe it's not time. Maybe you're trusting in divine timing. But this kind of feels the opposite of that. But we'll see. We'll see what comes with it. Let's bring the lid down so you can see better. She looks like she's bored. We have the moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of your neighbor Cancer. We will be having an Aries full moon for October. That's good. You should feel completely at home in that energy because it's going to be an energy that is going to call for our action. So anyways, the moon. I might not be doing something or chasing something because I don't know what the outcome would be. The moon does represent uncertainties, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go after something if there's something you want to go after. Interesting, I'm noticing the white wolf and the black wolf, and they're in the opposite sides of the moon. Maybe someone lives on the opposite side of the world. You know what I mean? I'm just feeling this as distance. Well, hello, sun. We have the sun and the moon. Interesting. It's like it has you covered in all areas. The sun is the card of Leo, the ruler of Leo. And if you look at this person, like, they're wide open to what, let's just say, divine timing wants to bring in. Uncertainty doesn't stop me in the sun. Interesting, because the moon can cast shadows, but the sun will reveal them. So, something done in the dark will come out in the light. This is about your inner child. Allowing your inner child to kind of rule the day. Maybe just for this time being, it's calling for that. We have judgment. Judgment is your spiritual team. Interesting, because we have patience from Mother Mary, but now we have judgment, which is a call to the present moment. To me, that means that there's something about to happen. It's some type of rebirth. It's following the sun, so I feel like there is absolutely nothing I need to fear here. And at the same time, I find it interesting because, I talk about my son, and he is a Leo, and I often feel him. I know he's in our readings. So I find it interesting, like Judgment, right? Our spiritual team coming right next to the sun. This is, if you look at the image, it's like she's connecting to her higher self. She's connecting to above. As above, so below. Some people think, well, I can't get to heaven until I die. But sometimes I can create my heaven on earth. So this is about a rebirth. So if I've been inactive for whatever reason, probably because, there's some uncertainty, the sun seems to illuminate whatever it is you need illuminated to then move you into this next, well, let's just say rebirth. Well, hello, Magician. The manifester. I can manifest light, but I can also manifest dark. It's really my intention. The Magician is a reminder, because, this does look like a new portal opening up. Again, your spiritual team calling you to the present moment, saying that there's going to be some type of rebirth. It's in the sun's energy, so there's nothing I feel like I need to worry about here. And then the Magician reminds you that you have all the tools that you need to, I feel like kick this next portal's ass, like really come alive in it. I feel like it's time. Again, coming under that 4 cups. I can either do nothing about something, or I can be proactive and I can start manifesting. Listen, I can manifest, right? But then I want to let go of control of exactly how something must show, because sometimes it's going to show better than we could imagine. Okay. Hello, lovers. Interesting. So we do have the sun, we have the moon, and now we have the lovers. I have to say, for some, this could certainly talk about a twin flame relationship. And I don't like to just throw that word out there, because I feel like people then seek that. Don't seek it. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And sometimes soulmate love is the easiest. But if there's been some real clarity, right, some real growth, and if your spiritual team is saying, maybe now you're ready, well, then hello, lovers. Card of Gemini, by the way. Underneath Pisces. Ruler of Cancer. We're in the year of the lovers. I know some are like, well, it hasn't done me any good. Well, but are you being proactive at the same time? And listen, it doesn't have to mean proactive in seeking someone. Maybe I'm just being proactive, following my own dreams. And, when I do that, it opens up a certain energy for others. And we are attracted to you, or lured to you. You have that ability built in. Interesting. So now we have the Ace of Wands. I feel like something's about to happen here. This ace, you do have to reach out for it. You know what I mean? You have to accept it, because it does mean that you're willing to take action. It's inspired action, though. Like, you feel it. You feel that it's right. It's passionate. Now, it's next to the lovers, so it can speak about a passionate love affair. Or it can just speak about passion within your life, like passion in what you're doing. Coming under that sun. Wow. The lovers means a head over heart decision. That is the meaning of the card. And that could certainly be because of the moon above it. Like, I'm uncertain whether I should move forward. Then we have we have the Knight of Wands, which is interesting because it's in reverse. I mean, look at her energy. She's just carefree, right? She goes by the beat of her own drums. But it is in reverse. So I almost feel like there's a part of you that's not feeling... Listen, it could be because of planetary action too, because I do feel like there's something that's like holding you back. I feel like it's more within you than anything, but we'll see. Let's move these up. I'm going to take 4 more. Remember, this is your monthly, so they're always going to be a little longer. It's funny, though. Your bonus is for last in September. I think we're as long as your monthly, so we give them the time that they need. By the way, you know, if you're someone who likes short videos, my daughter also has a channel, Jenny Love Tarot, and I'm not really trying to plug her, but she could certainly use the support right now. And she does do shorter videos, but she reads like me. I have a feeling in time, her videos are going to get longer and longer and longer. I feel like she's a true medium. Anyway, well, hello, Emperor. Bum, 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 bum. Card of Aries. We are going to have an Aries full moon. You know, I often feel like the Emperor can speak of business ownership, right? The leader of the people. But it doesn't have to mean that, like, I am the leader of the people. It's just, you know, this is the type of energy where people are looking up to you. Why? Because you have experience. Even if it's something you're just beginning in, you know, maybe you have past life experience. Maybe it's something that you bring to the table and it's just like, it blows up. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, I didn't even know that I was that talented until you begin. 2 4s. I feel like this is speaking a little bit of love and a little bit of money. This Magician almost looks like a guide, like above us, and like sprinkling like this fairy dust down on us to it's like allow some dreams to manifest, to come true. Two Cups. Look at that, right under the Lovers. Partnership, soulmate. We have the 9 of Wands. And let's get the last card for this part of the spread. Nine of Wands speaks about the journey that you've been on. And, you know, it can speak about the difficulty of that journey, you know, the prior journey. Or maybe you're just finishing up, like, you know, you're ending one cycle so this new cycle can begin. Sometimes we don't even know that. It's just like universal. But this speaks also about, you know, don't dismiss it, because there's a lot that you have gained through the last chapter, all the chapters in your life, all the pinnacles. Like, you know, there's been some major spiritual growth through that. This is the energy of not giving up on yourself. Like, don't give up on yourself. Reflect upon your life. Know yourself. Expect good things to happen. You know what I mean? Even if I've been in hell. It's like if I've been in hell, well then there's only one place to go, and that's up. We have the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Two of Wands. Okay. Well, the Seven of Swords is really untrustworthy energy. I don't think that is now. I think it was. Or maybe I'm with someone and I cannot trust them. And maybe I've been questioning, do I stay or do I go? That has to be up to you, of course. But it feels like, like if there's someone that I cannot trust, and when I say cannot trust, like I just cannot trust them, I do feel like you're cutting ties with that energy. I also feel like past energies of maybe people that you could not trust are affecting you. And I'm saying it's affecting you because this Knight of Wands is in reverse. Even though Judgment is asking you to consider a rebirth in your life, the Two of Wands is saying yes to that, right? But it feels like, in every reading, there's some type of energy. I always feel like we just need to clear. And when we clear that, I feel like everything else starts to move. So it's like the Knight of Wands in reverse feels to me like there is no movement. Why? Because of the Seven of Swords. Because of the Seven of Swords. Now, this untrustworthy energy could be in love, of course. Could also just be in a workplace. And listen, if that's the case, maybe it almost forces you to leave that workplace. And next thing you know, you are starting your own business, or you find yourself in the perfect job. You know what I mean? So sometimes the resistance we feel is there to help move us out of it. Sometimes we stay too long in it. Okay, let's see who's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Five of Swords. I don't know why. It feels like this is down too far. Five of Swords. All right, let's talk about this for a second because this is on the bottom of the deck. This is the energy that either wants to leave or is now leaving. Number 5 speaks of change, so that's a good thing. Right? It's almost like you're listening to it, but are you? Well, I feel like some of you are, but then I'm looking at that Four of Cups and I'm like, but not everybody. So anyways, the Five of Swords is about the toxicity that's around you, whether it be family, a lover, my job, my friends, whatever it may be. It doesn't always mean that that person is toxic, but their energy combined with your energy at that given time feels toxic. Maybe it's stopping you from living a dream. So this one's reflected upon, so it can be eliminated. Sometimes we do have to move people out of our lives, and sometimes they're friends. But why? Well, because, listen, maybe I'm hanging out with a bunch of people who all they want to do is drink, and so I do. And because of that, it's like I can't be all that I can be. Okay. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And let's get into this. Let's go deeper. Deeper. One more shuffle. Look at that. I have the Lovers and the Nine of Swords. Worry. Unnecessary worry. But here's the Lovers again. We'll see if they make their way out. All right, let's start as a top line, though we're reading it all together. Like I'm looking at the corners, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the position, the way people are facing. This person in the Four of Cups, she's looking back. Just look at her. She doesn't seem satisfied, right? She does not seem satisfied. But there's still a cup. There's a cup out there, some type of cup of fulfillment that she really wishes she could go after, let's say. But she can. But I don't know how it's going to turn out, Sandy. Well, maybe we take it step by step. The sun is going to illuminate, I feel like, your next steps. All right, so we're looking at the Four of Cups, the Moon, the Sun, and Judgment. 3 major arcanas in that line out of 4 cards. But you have a lot, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 major arcanas. Why does that matter? Well, major arcana, I feel like, means I need your attention, right? Like I need your attention on this. Well, Judgment. Coming over the 4 Cups, we have Judgment right here. And now it's directly over the 4 of Cups. So it's bookending this first line. Your spiritual team. Sometimes we feel like we're just stuck here alone, right? We're just stuck here alone. Like, I don't know what to do. I feel like talk to your guides. Pray. But also talking to your guides, asking for signs, and then paying attention to those signs. Something wants to open up. Something wants to begin. That just kind of floated out there. Look at this. The 4 of Wands. Wow. First of all, the line that it's coming in is really quite unbelievable. It's coming over the moon. This is the marriage card, by the way, with the Lovers below it and the 2 of Cups. So first of all, I feel like, listen, if we get the Ace of Cups, then I know that some of you are in a twin flame relationship. But beyond that, let's speak of it like in love, just about love. So the 4 of Wands to me is a commitment. I'm making a commitment to someone else. Sometimes I'm making that commitment to myself, but again, it's a 4. So I feel like it speaks of the foundation of this commitment, the foundation of the people who are entering this commitment. In the 4 of Wands, no one's being forced here. Everyone who's part of this commitment wants to be there. Matter of fact, they probably couldn't imagine not being there. This may be completely unexpected. It just may be completely unexpected. And I'm saying that because it's coming over the moon. Now, for some of you, it could mean that you're making a commitment with either a Pisces or a Cancer. And then I have Leo right there too. Ooh, 2 kings. Dun 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 dun. 2 kings. First we have the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is the King of Truth. King of Communication. Coming over the Sun, it could be asking you to trust in your own communication, right? Like the communication you give the world. Like all of a sudden I feel like for some, maybe I'm a singer, but I have stage fright. But I got to get on that stage. What am I looking at? King of Swords. And then next to that king comes the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is a king when he's looking at, let's just say, the last cycle of his life. This is someone who will look at it from the big picture. Let me put it this way. Sam is a Virgo, and I'm a Virgo. Sam's a Virgo moon also. I know this to be a fact. I mean, I see it every day in our lives, like how we look at things. He is the King of Pentacles. He does look at the big picture. I am the Queen of Pentacles, and I am looking for those details. So I see it in action, but that's why I say it doesn't always have to even mean a sign. It can just mean the energy of these kings. We'll find out why there's two kings here. It could be two kings who are making a commitment. I think before I move on, I want to just take a couple cards over these two kings. And all of a sudden I'm feeling like one of these kings feels like a potential guide. I'm saying potential. I don't know why. I do. I feel like for some of you, this is one of your guides. They help guide you. And I feel like they're the ones who are stepping forward right now, trying to get your attention. Or sending you signs. Let's put it that way. Wow. I mean, I just got goosebumps because we have the Strength card, which is another Leo card. And I just feel like it's my son helping us here. So, and I'm saying that because I feel like when I say that some of your guides are sending you signs to help you navigate the next portal, sending you signs not to be inactive but proactive. Now, the Strength card itself talks about the overcoming of the beast within ourselves. It's an 8, speaks of a new beginning, right? But first, the balance, right? Finding that balance within ourselves. If we can find that balance within ourselves, I don't know, I feel like it just makes our life easier. That just means that I recognize that I do have a dark side, but I also have a light side, and we all do. And it's the balancing of them both. Some of it can speak about certain challenges, like certain things that you yourself needed to overcome, something that's within you. But this is the ability to do it at the same time, though. Now, I want to get back to talking about the Spirit Guide, because especially with that Ace of Wands here, I definitely feel like you're being guided. Your steps are being guided. Don't fear. Because I feel this person in the Four of Cups, I want this dream to come or to manifest. And then you have the Magician below it, so the ability to manifest it. But again, I feel like, put your intentions out there. Be proactive, but also let go of control at the same time. And what I mean by that is trust in divine, that, sometimes maybe I just want this one person and I'm not going to move on until I get that one person, but that one person isn't responding back. Is that how you want to live your life? Because I feel like that one person is stopping you from living the type of life that maybe you can only dream about. All right, let's keep going. Wow. Knight of Cups. Unexpected cup of emotion. This night, we can't really plan for it. but it comes in. I feel like, first of all, it's coming under judgment. It's coming under the trumpet. It's like the trumpet, like the horn is being blown. Like it's time for the night to come in. Interesting. We have the Page of Swords. You know, for some reason I want to tie this back to the King of Swords. Because for some of you, I feel like this could talk about an energy of someone you knew at an earlier time. You may be an air sign. But coming over this Lovers, I feel like it's one part of the Lovers. And again, the Knight of Cups is bringing some type of cup in, some type of emotional fulfillment. Now, I do have to accept it, right? I do have to accept it. So, I do feel like this Page of Swords is relating back to this king that's up here. And again, it doesn't have to mean that it's swords. It could be someone who, excuse me, that, you know, they had to work on their communication. They may not have been the greatest in it. But I do feel like they did work on it. Or maybe it's just something naturally that improved as they age type of thing. Or they've had life experiences. This could also speak of when this Knight of Cups comes in. It could come in through some type of communication. So I could be hearing from someone. I might be receiving a text. Someone may comment like on my Facebook, or I get a Facebook request. And again, I just kind of feel like in a way I can't plan it. But look at this. We have the King of Cups now. Perfect king to come over this ace. So this can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, of course, and we have both Cancer and Pisces out on the table. This king comes into the reading wanting to be in a relationship. This king enjoys love. Now, if he's in the reverse, that can be difficult. This is someone who would be very flirty. Even if they don't do any, you know, maybe they only flirt. But nonetheless, that would hurt. I've been through that. It still hurts. But he's not in reverse. He's in the upright. And he's coming over the Ace of Wands. And you have the Four of Wands. So, again, some type of commitment with someone. And again, I may not expect it. May come first in the form of some type of communication. I feel like there is no way that the chemistry immediately won't be known. Even if this is like someone that you haven't seen in 40 years. Even if I don't actually get to see him, I'm only talking. I feel like still the energy feels like amplified. This is the king I want to see with the cards that we have right now. Again, I'm not thinking about the sign. I'm thinking about the energy. Coming over that Ace of Wands. Alright, let's see where that Knight of Wands is in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups. How interesting, we have the King and the Queen of Cups together. Though I feel like this Queen carries a little uncertainty. It's interesting because the King's looking right at me, showing me that he's got a cup. We know that this Knight of Cups is bringing in a cup. There it is. This Queen, though, does have her back to this King. And listen, it just may mean right now it's like there's uncertainty of whether to move forward. I don't know if this is the king that carried that Seven of Swords energy. I don't know. Let's look at them. I mean, I find that kind of beautiful that the king and queen come out together. The Ace of Swords. First of all, that's my yes card. Ace of Swords to me speaks of truth. I have a feeling this is talking about a love that was just not in this lifetime. I'm feeling, I'm going to have to do a past life reading, because I'm feeling that energy of this, the connection of lifetimes. Doesn't mean the queen feels it. Let me correct that. I feel like the queen does carry love in her heart, or carries, listen, this cup coming in could just throw her in a little turmoil, like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, the Ace of Swords coming over that just feels like this person is your truth. Look at this. We have the Seven of Swords now in reverse. First of all, I love how the cards are anchoring themselves. We have Judgment here and Judgment here. So, any question that your spiritual team is here? No. This is calling for a rebirth? Yes. Calling you to the present moment? Yes. Why? Because things are going to start happening now. Seven of Swords in reverse, I love it. I love that it showed in reverse, because it's anchoring the one in the upright. So this knight that's coming in, that's carrying this cup, that's going to reach you. Remember, a knight will complete their mission. This cup is not attached to dishonesty, disloyalty. Quite the opposite. Even if this is someone from your past. Listen, first of all, I don't know. I don't really feel that whoever my spiritual team is calling me to, I don't really feel that they carried that Seven of Swords energy. Now, they may have, but if they did, I feel like they have evolved. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, Sandy, you don't have a clue. Listen, if this is a narcissistic type of energy, if this is like a serial cheater, let them go, right? Let them go. And let divine handle that, right? Don't let divine handle that. But it doesn't feel that way, because it feels like it's saying to you that you can really let go and trust this energy. It's something you're going to have to clear anyway, because it won't serve you pulling it into the next relationship. It just means that, I'm going to lay a lot of heavy stuff on this next person. Now, maybe they can take it. But I think your guides are trying to show you, first and foremost, that maybe you don't need to have that fear. We have the King of Wands. All right, we have every king out now. Every king is out. This one came in reverse. Can be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It is coming right next to an Aries, by the way. Coming under the Lovers, though. Let's see. It's coming over the Two of Cups also. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is coming over the Seven of Swords. That is difficult energy. But, I want to remind you that the Two of Wands came over that Seven of Swords. So I feel like this is me looking at, if this is talking about a relationship, this is me looking at it with a different view, a different lens. This is about optimism. Fear doesn't rule me. How can you, it's difficult, I know, when you've been in relationships where, you just couldn't trust them. Or you've been in relationships where there's just constant fighting. Well, sometimes there's a lot to learn from that. And sometimes it's about learning our own part in it. And what I mean by that is, do we stay and get in that drama if that drama cannot be solved? Because in the Five of Swords, there's really no satisfaction. There's really no, if I'm looking for an apology, it's not coming. So I feel like this is talking about something new. Now again, if this is someone who's coming back from the past, excuse me, because again, we're in the year of the Lovers, and to me that means that people of our past are coming back. And by the way, I'm with someone from my past that I hadn't seen in 40 years. So you just never know. I didn't know. It completely blew my mind when the first communication came in. I know what this is speaking of, because just through the phone, I could feel that chemistry. Okay. I feel like I don't want to leave it there yet. I want to look at this King. Okay. I want to look at why this King is in reverse. I have a feeling this King, it can be a Queen also, remember that. But because it's in reverse, I don't feel like this is someone who is staying, because look at this. With this King comes the Ten of Swords. I have a feeling this was an old relationship. And when I felt earlier like a serial cheater, I feel like it was in this King. Now, it can be another Leo. It could be you, though I don't feel like it's you. Because I feel like this is about what's coming to you and then what's leaving. Remember, we have that Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and now we have the Ten of Swords. Did I stay too long? Ten of Swords can certainly be a repeating pattern. This is taking sword after sword after sword. Optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Here, I expect bad things to happen, and they do. So I feel like this King has got to go. I feel like he's probably already gone. And, it's certainly showing me that love has not been easy. But that doesn't mean love is over at the same time, right? I mean, I've been through the most difficult relationships, truly. And I've probably uttered the words, that's it, I'll never be in a relationship again, but then here I am, and we're actually living together. This King feels like sword after sword after sword. Well, all right, Six of Swords tells me that you did leave that energy. At least you have the ability. Look how this is tying together. Again, you have the Five of Swords. Oh, well, there's our Scorpio. It's a death card. Tells you right there, death/rebirth. Your spiritual team is here looking for a rebirth for you. Oh, there's the Six of Cups under that. Oh, boy. Okay. So, anyways. Closing of the door to the Five of Swords. This is the perfect energy for that. So, I'm still looking at this Ten of Swords and this King in reverse. I just want to make sure I understand. Now, this is probably was a soulmate. Because remember that we have more than one soulmate. Some are meant to be, we may be with them for a year. We might be with them for a minute. They may be, it doesn't even have to be love. A soulmate can be your neighborhood butcher. You know what I mean? Like, it's just someone who comes at the right time. It helps you to one step to the next step. Now, some soulmates maybe are meant to teach us some very valuable lessons through some hard energy. And I feel like the lesson here was I may have stayed too long. I may have taken more daggers than I should have. Now, I don't want you to judge yourself because, again, very valuable lessons that I feel like you've learned here. Otherwise, the Six of Swords would not have come out. Six of Swords is that realization of the toxicity around me. Who's toxic to me? What's toxic to me? And then the moving away from it. The Six of Swords talks about moving through the choppy waters, but it's really the promise of a calmer waters right ahead. I just got to get through the choppiness. It's not easy to leave, even if it's someone that we're done loving. But it serves us. Okay, well, I have no doubt who that king is now. So I feel like this is a king of your past. All right, what else do I want to look at? Anything else? Let's go up to the Four of Wands, right? The marriage card. The commitment card. I say, I don't like to just call it the marriage card because, I'm in a commitment, but we're not married. One day we might be, but, when you get to a certain age, it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. But the commitment is there. But let's look at it. Okay, well, first we have the Empress. She came face up. Is that right? Face up. Empress, beautiful energy, right? The Empress is loving and nurturing. She's strong. She's creative. The Empress lives her life giving birth to her epiphanies, her ideas, what it is she wants to bring to the world. This is someone who has been through it. Been through hell. And has now come out the other end. This is someone who makes a conscious effort not to allow life or past experiences to harden her or him. Right? I want to stay loving. I want to stay nurturing. But because I've learned so much, now the Empress really trusts in her energy. Interesting that we have the Empress and the Emperor. And who did I do right before you? Pisces. Interesting. Because Pisces had the Empress and the Emperor come out together. They were connected. And then we have the Empress and the Emperor again coming over that Pisces card. So, all right. Oh, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting, we have two pages here. Listen, simply, it feels like, let's talk about the Page of Pentacles real quick, because this page has been learning. This page has been gaining wisdom and knowledge, really seeking independence. But that doesn't mean, I don't want to be with anyone, that type of thing. But no, but I want to make sure I'm independent within myself. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained through that energy. It's interesting because we have the King of Pentacles, then the Strength card, and then the Page. So this could also speak about a king in his younger years, or hers, there was something that they needed to overcome. There's something within they needed to tame. I feel like they did. All right, one more shuffle. One more shuffle. Well, hello. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Ten of Pentacles is a great energy to strive for. You know, this is energy, you know, let's just talk about it in your pentacles. You know, if this is something you're doing for a living, let's say you lost a job, and then, you know, give yourself the time and pay attention to the signs, because I feel like you'll be guided to the next adventure. And I feel like it's something that takes roots. You know, that's what I love about the Ten of Pentacles, because to me, it feels like eternity. It feels like something that truly takes root or creates roots. And what I mean by that is, I mean, a storm can come and try to knock down this house, but the foundation is too strong. This is about abundance. This is having what you need, maybe having more than you need. If you have more than you need, you want to make sure you give, right? Because you want to keep things of an equal balance. But man, I feel like this is saying, especially because we're looking at that Four of Wands, and you have the Lovers, and you have the Two of Cups, and we know the Knight of Cups is coming in. It feels like through communication. I don't know, Leo, this feels like the one. This feels like the one. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom of this deck. The Ten of Cups. What more could I ask for? What more could I ask for? You know, the Ten of Cups speaks about a home that's filled with love and laughter and joy. It doesn't mean that they don't have challenges or that there's no mountains left for them to climb. But this is about now we do it together. We do it together. So we can really overcome anything with this type of energy. You know, that's why in these readings, like a lot of people see the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups and the marriage card and be like, oh, yay, it's coming. But you must pay attention to what comes before that, like the Five of Swords. I've got to know what's toxic to me. The Four of Cups. Am I being proactive? You know, and listen, it doesn't, maybe you reach out and make the initial contact. Or maybe you start putting those resumes out or put the word out. You know, that you're looking for something new, that you're looking for something that fulfills you. I feel like the Empress here, this is fulfillment. And it feels like it's covering every avenue of your life. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to read all these cards, but I am going to read optimism, because I feel like your optimism is probably the most important part of this reading. And again, judgment. Call to the present moment. There's about to be a rebirth. Maybe you don't expect it. I don't feel like you do. Maybe you do now. But again, kind of leave go of control of like exactly how it must show. You know, you can always say no, right? You can always say no to whatever is showing up. But boy, does this feel like abundance and love of the utmost wants to open for you. But you can say no. All right. Optimism. Let's find it. Optimism. This card counsels you to look for the blessings within your present situation, no matter how dire it seems. What have you learned from it? In what ways are you stronger now? As you see the current blessings, you attract more into your life. Mother Mary guides you to approach your life from a standpoint of gratitude. Optimism is a form of faith and trust in God. Studies show that optimistic people enjoy many health benefits. You can develop this trait by praying, God, please let me see this situation through your eyes. You unveil the light and love that currently resides within this situation. Be optimistic about your future, as it is created by your present moment decisions and actions. Let me read that last line one more time. Be optimistic about your future, as it is created by your present moment decisions and actions. Wow, that's why your guides are so strong. Present moment. And then I just feel like, you know what? I mean, as readings go, yours is the cherry on the top so far this month. So, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the Marriage card, the Lovers, the 2 of Cups. And that's just what I can see. The Queen and King coming out side by side. Even if the Queen has her back to this King, the Ace of Swords is coming over them. Maybe she needs just persuaded a little bit. But I do feel like ultimately, no matter what this is relating to, I feel like there is a yes coming in your future. Like you are saying yes to love, maybe a new job, maybe you're creating your own business. All of it seems to be in your favor. So run with this energy. Like, don't be doing nothing, because nothing will bring you nothing. And this is showing everything. All right. I love you guys so much. I thank you for everything you do for this channel. For me, I am truly grateful. Truly, truly grateful. You keep me alive, so thank you. And you allow me to do what I really love to do. It's like, I feel like I'm like writing movies. That's what it feels like to me. Like every reading is a movie to me. It's just, it intrigues me so much. My curiosity is, will never go away. Anyways, I love you guys. I thank you. I pray that this energy finds you, and I pray that you're open to it. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.